Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to explore something
Okay.
that could be a real game changer for businesses,
Yeah.
especially those looking to expand.
Right.
Ever heard of export credit financing?
Um, it's a fascinating area
Yeah.
and one that's been flying under the radar for far too long.
Hmm.
It's a model that's been around for over 150 years,
Wow.
but is surprisingly underutilized.
That's right.
And what's really interesting is how this information could be relevant to you,
Mm-hmm.
even if you haven't considered international trade before.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Okay.
It's a pretty stark picture of the business landscape.
Yeah.
The store closures, big names like Family Dollar and Macy's shutting down.
Right. And, of course, the statistic that always makes everyone nervous.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 small businesses failing within the first 5 years.
It's a tough world out there.
It is.
Increased global competition and businesses relying more on international trade.
Yeah.
Then, of course, you've got tariffs making everything more complex and expensive.
Right. Tariffs definitely don't help.
Yeah.
The solution: export credit agencies,
Okay.
or ECAs for short,
EC.
and export credit insurance, or ECI.
So ECAs, what are they all about?
Well, almost every country has an ECA.
Okay.
Think of them as government agencies designed to help businesses navigate the risks of international trade.
And the U.S. has its own version, right?
Exactly.
Right.
The U.S. version is the Export-Import Bank of the United States,
Yeah.
known as Exim Bank.
I'm starting to see where this is going.
Yeah.
So if a business wants to sell its products overseas,
Right.
an ECA like Exim Bank can step in and help them manage the risks.
That's the idea. And ECI is a key part of that.
Yeah.
It basically acts like an insurance policy for your accounts receivable.
Got it.
So you're protected if a buyer, especially a foreign buyer,
Right.
decides not to pay.
I see. That fear of non-payment is a big deal for businesses, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It can really hold them back from making those international deals.
Yeah.
But with ECI,
Right.
you can offer more competitive payment terms,
Okay.
like giving buyers 60 or 90 days to pay.
Wow. Okay.
You're essentially reducing a major barrier to doing business with you.
This is starting to sound like a buy now, pay later model, but for global trade? I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
So smaller businesses, maybe even those who've never exported before,
Right.
could use this to their advantage.
Absolutely. It levels the playing field, allowing them to compete with larger companies that already have established global networks.
So it's not just about mitigating risk.
Right.
It's also about opening up new avenues for growth. This could be huge for businesses looking to expand beyond their domestic markets.
That's a great point. It's about reducing risk and creating opportunities.
Yeah.
Company takes it a step further.
Okay.
They don't just offer insurance.
Interesting.
They actually provide financing solutions based on those insured receivables.
Hold on. That sounds interesting. Tell me more about that.
Well, imagine you get a big order from a buyer overseas,
Okay.
but need cash up front to fulfill that order.
Right.
That's where purchase order financing comes in.
Okay.
They can essentially bridge the gap by providing the funds you need,
Okay.
even before the buyer pays.
So they're making the whole process smoother and
Yeah.
allowing businesses to take on larger, more frequent orders.
Exactly.
I like where this is going.
It's like greasing the wheels of global trade.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Yeah.
Company handles deals across a wide range of industries and size.
Everything from medical equipment and cranes to, believe it or not,
Okay.
chicken cages and movie theaters.
Wait, chicken cages in movie theaters?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
It is.
You don't often think about those being shipped internationally.
Right.
It really shows how diverse this whole system is.
It does.
But before we get too deep into those examples,
Yeah.
maybe we should take a closer look at the specific role of brokers in all of this.
Yeah. As essential connectors in the export credit financing ecosystem.
Okay.
And that's where we'll pick up in the next part of our deep dive.
Perfect. We'll be right back after a quick break.